Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our specialty class today. I'm so happy to be here. Just a little reminder, as from tomorrow, I will be away for a week. Yeah, a week's a long time, isn't it? I might get to do something while I'm away, but I'm not too sure. Hi, Tanya. I'm not going to promise anything, but I might just do some nice videos from the beach if it's sunny. I think we're forecasted for some wet days up there, so who knows what Queensland's going to do for us. Today I'm using the Wildflower Designs, and I love this. We're going to do it into just a normal easel card today. Hi Susan, how are you? And just to share how to cut and use some of the dies, or use the dies, how we can cut it into a little template as well, like a little ladle. So that'll be a lot of fun. So what have you all been up to today? It's sunny. Hi Susan. Well, I've been to the doctor's this morning, had to get something for this headache. And yeah, so, but I'm feeling a lot better. Hello, Susan. You're working, Tanya. Oh, that's exciting. I could say that's exciting. Is it exciting? Depends what day it is, doesn't it? And what you're actually doing. And as long as you don't get interrupted while I'm on, you're quite happy. As long as those phone calls stop while I'm on. But let's get going so that we can make this card, because, oh my God, time goes so quick. Do you reckon time goes fast? I do. I think, I don't know, it just goes. Hi Kaz, how are you? Good to see you on. 17 degrees and raining. Ooh. Oh, it's nice out here. It's nice outside today because when I was up at the doctor's, I was sitting outside for a while in the sun, and it was absolutely really beautiful before I had to take off. And it was really lovely just sitting there in the sun. And I thought, actually, I could actually nearly close my eyes and go to sleep. It felt so warm on me. It was so nice. Hi, Heather. How are you? Good to see you on. Well, let's get down and start making this plain easel card. Now, easel cards are... I've just got to fix this because sorry about the hand for a minute. That's better. Easel cards can be done in so many different ways. They really can. As long as they stand up like an easel, it doesn't matter which way you have it. But I'm just going to use our standard 21 by 14.5 and scoring it at 10.5. So we need to grab our bone folder and give that a nice crisp fold. And then we need to bring this piece up to the center and give this a nice crisp fold. Now, I'm doing a downward easel card today. Like the other day I did it this way, but I'm going to do it downward today. So we have this little, I call it a tent. It looks like a tent. Little tent here underneath. Oh, that's it. Got it now. There you go. So this is the front. Score it at 10.5, fold it over to the fold, and then that's it. Now we're going to do the inside first, and I'm going to grab a piece of white cardstock, and this is 14 by 10, and I'm just going to bring this into here. Now this is where you're going to do the writing up the top here, but you can decorate this bottom part because you need a stopper, and stoppers are really, really good because stops the easel from falling over, like, you know, so you need that little bit of stopper happening in there, which is really cool. So we're just going to come in with this and glue this down. Oh, you can tell I've got a new glue, can't you? It just pours out when it's new. Not so much when it's nearly empty. Okay. So this piece of designer series paper, isn't this beautiful? Now you can use either side of this, and I really tossed up. Do I want to use the beautiful Wild Wheat, or do I want to use the Moody Mauve? And I thought, no, I'll go Moody Mauve this time, maybe Wild Wheat next time. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm just so grateful we get 2 sheets in every pack. Don't forget, we still have 15% off designer series paper until the end of this month. Now this piece is 5.5 by 13.5, and it's going in this section down here. Okay, so I'm going to have a little border on each side and down the bottom. So I'm going to bring this in here like this. This is gorgeous paper. I'm really loving this paper. And it's very country, but it's just gorgeous. And then you're going to want a piece of, you can use just a scrap of this Moody Mauve, 13.5 by 2. You might have a you might have a 3, you might have a 2.5, whatever you've got, just use your scrap. And I'm just going to bring this into here. So it's virtually going to be in the center, or nearly the center. I've done it more coming down than up, but that's okay. And then we've got this one, which is 1.5 by 13.5. This was 1.5 piece scrap, and I'm just, and you can even come in with the reverse side if you want to. Okay, so you can sort of come in with that reverse side if you want to do that, which we might do that actually, just to do something a bit different, because it's still got that beautiful Moody Mauve in there. So let's do that. This was just a piece off, and I thought I can use that. I don't like throwing little bits away sometimes. I think sometimes they come in so handy. And then I used the, which die did I use? I think it's the Wildflower. I think this has got the circle in it. I'll just have to check. No, this one doesn't have the circle in it. I can't remember which one I used now. Sorry, I did it the other day, cut it out before I had my headache. And I didn't write it down. That was a bit silly, but it's one that we've used a lot of. So I can't think. I'll think about it, and I'll write it down in on the instructions on what I've used when I put my message up on what I've used. Okay, so I'm just going to lift this up with some dimensions because we need it lifted up in here, okay, so that becomes your stopper. So this is my stopper, is my circle, and I just use the other circle to bring in this in the center, which I think is really lovely, which you can bring in a word if you want to, but you can bring in either side, but I'm going to use the Moody Mauve side. Okay, and I'm going to bring that into the center there. Okay, so that's sort of like the inside stopper part. That's what you sort of need to stop your card from going forward. So you can sort of see that's what happens. So now let's make the front. Okay, so we want the front. Now when you're cutting the front out, you want it the same mat. You want that mat the same as the one on the inside. So I'll give you the measurements again. It's 14 by 10. And you want that. But when you're actually doing this one, we're going to decorate it up before we stick it on. Then we're going to use designer series paper, and like I said, you can use either side. I'm going to use the Moody Mauve. This is 13.5 by 9.5. So this is absolutely gorgeous, and there is a right way to this and a wrong way, so you will see your flowers, you need to have them up the right way when you're putting them on. So be mindful when you're cutting it, because when you're cutting it, you could cut it that the flowers are going horizontal or vertical. So just keep a little bit of an eye on that. That's a real good little tip, just to keep an eye on the way those flowers are going. Because if you cut it that way, they're going to have the stems. If you want to do a card this way, the stems are down here, so you would have to cut your paper the opposite way. Okay, so we're going to come in with this beautiful front. And I wanted to share what I did over here. I stamped out a thank you, and I've already run it through the die cut machine, but I used the Post-it notes to hold it, and it was just a strip. So I put the strip on and I stamped out the thank you in the middle, and then I came in to use this bit for the thank you for the center, which is really lovely. So you can sort of see now we've used it for also to come into our center part of our, so we've got all these little sections that are happening. Now the reason I did that is because I didn't have a piece here or here. I just went with that, so I can go with that one like that, or if I wanted to, I can bring in another banner from one of my other dies, which is a smaller one, or I can bring in a bigger banner across this way as well, and you can get those little diamonds on there. So it just depends which way you want to bring in banners. You can mix and match your dies, so just think about mixing and matching your dies, because that's, yeah, an important thing. Now this is another thing too, when you're putting this down on here, you want to raise this bit up a little bit so it's not touching right down onto the top of the colour on colour. So you might have wanted this white, but I've actually done mine Moody Mauve, but if you wanted to do it white, you could do it white. So I'm going to raise this up, this one, because I want it to stand up. Now if you wanted to bring in some ribbon, you could do that next, because that's an important part. And I've just got a tiny little bit of the white silver here, which is really pretty ribbon. This is really pretty, and I'm going to see if I can do a bow with a length. Let me have a look. A bow with a length. I just want to get it nice. Now, what's a bow with a length? Does anyone know? It's a bit of a funny saying, that, isn't it? A bow with a length. Okay, so we're going to have that. And I really love it when you can get these bows looking fantastic. Just pull them a little bit. Now, a bow with a length is actually doing the length of the card with your bow. Okay, so you sort of got your length of your card. So let's get this on first, because I don't know, I'm trying to work out where I want this one. I've done a lot with the bow in the middle, which is really gorgeous, but I want to put these on. So let's just see where we're going to go with this. I've got all these little pieces there, and I think, do I want this or do I want that? Who does that when they're making cards? Cash usually laughs at me because I usually talk to myself. She goes, oh my God, you're talking to yourself. I said, yeah, I know. I'm asking myself, do I like that? And there's no harm in asking yourself, do you like what you've got on there? Because sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I'm just sort of seeing if I want a bow on this or not. Don't know yet. I'll see, because this is so fancy. Sometimes you can kill it by adding too much to it, so I don't want to add too much to it. Okay, just glue around here. Now this would make a fantastic shaker card as well. Okay, so you could do a shaker on here as well. I did think about doing that this morning. An easel shaker card. They're really lovely too. And then I've got this bit, see, I've got a lot of different pieces on this. Okay, have I got that up the right? Yes, I have got it up the right way. Just make sure you've got your flowers up the right way when you put these in, and you can sort of see the flowers on here. Now you can raise this up too if you want to, or you can glue it straight in. I'm going to glue this one straight in today. That's what I'm doing today. Okay, and I just love the way they just slide into the pieces. I cut out a whole heap of the different colours in whites and the colours that I wanted, wild wheat and the movie mauve, and that way you can sort of play around with them. It's even beautiful in the blue, like, you know, you've got the blue as well. So just remember you've got the beautiful blue, moody mauve, wild wheat. It's all gorgeous in this. So then you can come in with either, like, come in with the thank you in the centre. You can come in with this in the centre and then add a little bit more to it. And I'm sort of thinking I really might like the bow wrapped around that and a word on that. I'm sort of tossing at the moment. Ooh, I don't know whether I want a big or a little word. And that's another thing you've got to work out, whether you want a big word coming across, whether you want a little word coming across. Let's put this on the front of our card, because that's going to give us more of an indication on what we want on the front. Now when we're doing this bit, you're just going to glue this front fold up to the fold line. So you're just going to glue this part in here, the bottom part. So make sure that you sort of come to the edge, not with a thick, not too thick. Okay, and just fill this bit in here. Okay, and then you're just going to come, make sure you got it up the right way. There's nothing worse than an upside down card. And then you're just going to line this up. You're going to have a little bit of a border. Now you can fold it over once you got it, and you can sort of see you've got this. Now I think it needs a bit of flowers in there. I was sort of like, I like the idea of some flowers in there, and I did cut some out in the wild wheat in here as well, that we can put some flowers in here. And I did wild wheat in that, and then I did it in black, like in the flowers, so that we can sort of change it around a little bit. So I'm not sure if I want to use these in here. And I'm sort of thinking that we might bring it up onto the banner, like we might bring it in on the banner. Okay, so we can bring these in on the banner and then bring in some nice flowers. Now this is the black ink, and this is the wild wheat ink, but I think we'll go with the black with the wild wheat backing. So let's go with that. Now let's pick up our Winker Stella pen and grab our Moody Mauve. Oh, I just want a little block because I don't want to get Winker Stella into my ink pad. So whenever you're doing Winker Stella painting, if you like the little bit of bling. Make sure that you don't do it in your ink pad because you don't want it. I'm just looking for a little bit of paper towel that I had here. Here it is. Because you can just try it off a little bit over there so you don't have a great big hunky bit to start off with. Okay. And you can just come through and do your colour. And then you could go with the wild wheat leaves. You could do wild wheat as leaves. I'm sure I've got wild wheat over here. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe that off. You only need a little bit. You only need a little bit. You don't need a big bit, Teresa. And clean your brush, just wipe it backwards and forwards. Grab your Wink Stella, make sure that it's coming through. If it's not coming through enough, don't squeeze it over on your item that you're colouring in, or your flower or whatever you're colouring in. Come and do it on the piece of paper towel, because you've got a little push button on the side. And when you push that, it releases through some more of the glitter. So you don't want to do that on your project. You want to do it either on your block or on your paper towel. Okay, so turn this around. They're great gold nuggets because, believe me, sometimes it might just go and then you'll end up with a great big hunk of Wink Stella on your project, and you might have been colouring for quite some time on something really beautiful, and then you've just gone and done that. So make sure that you always do it on a piece of paper towel or over on your block. So I really like that, and I think if you wanted to, you could bring in a little just clean glitter over the top of these, like clear. So I'm just doing the clear over the top of the little ones at the back here so that they can sparkle as well. And the same with this one as well. Okay, so we can come in and bring a little bit of glitter on that. Keep these ones because you might use them later on. Just always put them aside because you never know when you might want to use them. I'm sort of thinking I might come in with this beautiful bow over here. I do like the bow, but I think it's too big for the flowers. Let's see if we can make it smaller. Well, we might be able to. We might be able to. Let's stick these on. And I'm just going to stick these on with dimensions. Now, when I'm sticking them on with dimensions, I'm going to use the baby ones because I want to stick it down the bottom. I don't want to stick it up the top where it might be coming off my project, because if I do that, what's going to happen? It's going to stick not where I want it. So I'm going to put a couple of these down. I don't know if I want 1 or 2 flowers yet. We're going to go a bit over time. Sorry, guys. Bring this one down and bring this one in. I think that'd be all right. There's 2 little ones on this one because I can stick this onto the others. I still want that bow. I just want a bow on it. I don't know why. I just do. How little can I... Oh, yeah, I can get that bow pretty little. This is this beautiful silver and white ribbon. Pull it tight and pull it down. I'm going to waste a little bit of ribbon here because I've got to trim it, but I'm not going to do it again. I've got it where I want it now. Cut it on a bit of an angle and use a mini glue dot to stick that on. Who loves the mini glue dots? Oh my God, I do. I love these mini glue dots. They're back to front now. I'm not too keen on about that. They feel, I always feel like I can go in the wrong way. Okay, I've got a pair of scissors here. They're just a little silicone dot. As you can see, they're just a tiny, really clear little silicone dot. And I'm just going to put it on the back of that ribbon. And I'm just going to bring that on here. Now I need some words on here, and I wasn't sure what word I really wanted on here. Put those always make sure you put these away so that they don't dry out. This has got a nice little thank you on it, which I think is really cute. And I wonder if that will go. I might try something. I've got it. Okay, where's my thank you? Over here. I was going to say, I've got it out somewhere. Okay, I might try it on here first. And I'm thinking Moody Mauve, because I think if we do it in black, it might be just a bit heavy, because might go all right with that. Oh, probably will go all right with that because the black's in there. So let's get our black. Now we've got two options with this one. And I'm just going to try it on here because this is a pretty skinny little a bit high up. So I'm going to do it on here and I'm going to cut it out. And I think that'll be the nicest way to bring it in. But I'm just going to do the two colours because I'm not sure which one I want. You can help me decide. Where's my cleaner? Here. Okay, and I'm going to do one in, I'm going to do three colours here. And we will choose which one we think. We will choose. This one's the wild wheat. It could be wild wheat, could be black. Let's go with the Moody Mauve, and I'll let you all have a look and tell me which one do you think we should use. I need your help. They're all gorgeous. I think I'll just cut around them. Ooh. Okay. So this is going to be cut out and put onto our little label down here. So what colour do you think we should go with? Should we go with the black, the wild wheat, or the Moody Mauve? Add your comments in. Hi Sally, good to see you on. I just saw your name popping around there. Moody Mauve. Thank you, Susan. Moody Mauve. Moody Mauve, and well, that was the one I first originally thought, and then thought, oh, maybe black, but I agree. Oh, wild wheat. Caroline. I think it's out of the Moody Mauve and the wild wheat because I like these. I think the black's just too harsh. Yeah, so I'm going to I'll cut the Moody Mauve out first and we'll see. And I'm going to do one of those cut around. Do you know, it's really funny because I've got a lot of dies that cut around like this now, and you know what? I still fussy cut. It's so funny. I should be finding the dies and doing them. Picking words with the dies that cut around them. Who still does their hand cutting and you sort of forget that you've got little dies sitting there that you can be just running it through the die cutting machine? It's okay. I think this is the best way to do it because I think this is going to make it just sit up on this little tag a little bit nicer. And it can even come off a little bit. But it could go up. Let me just play with it. It's a very long one, so I think what I'm going to have to do, because it's a really long word, I think I'm going to have the thanks up here. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to use the Moody Mauve because I've cut it, and I don't want to hold you all up for your afternoon, because I know you've all got probably things that you've got planned to do. I'm going to pack a suitcase. I'm going to go to a funeral on Friday. And I believe it's been quite wet in Queensland. So, but I'm so looking forward to catching up with my sisters, but not looking forward to going to a funeral, a family funeral. Okay, thank you. And I think we'll put the U underneath, and I'm just going to trim this so it's sort of more, looks like it's not just shoved on there. And isn't that the beauty of cutting around the words? You can actually divide them and get them to fit where you want them. I like that idea. Okay, and I think the thank you. Oh, that's really lovely. I think that looks really lovely. And I love that little bow. And this is going to go on the front here. So we're going to use the big dimensions to put this on because we want it to stand out a little bit. And I think then we can even use some beautiful pearl drops. You know, these iridescent gold foil ones. They're absolutely beautiful. They're my go-to little ones at the moment. I'm going to put a few on here because this is quite heavy. When you put things on, you don't want it to fall off. So I want to make sure that it sticks down pretty good so it doesn't come off, because when it stands up, so it doesn't look awkward. So we're going to bring that down here like this, and we're going to bring this in. And I want to get 2 little triangles either side. So I want the little triangle on this side and this side. And I'm going to pop some of these gorgeous little drops on here. They're just absolutely beautiful, these little, we'll put one in there. I really like them. They're gorgeous. We'll put one up here on one of the flowers. And I'm just going to use one also in the center of our flower down there. So this is our gorgeous little easel card. Now this is just a plain basic easel card. This is where I would start off if you've never made, hi Lillian, if you've never made an easel card before, this is the style that I would make first. Okay, because this is really gorgeous. Have a look how gorgeous the front of that is. And look at that ribbon. Oh my God, that is absolutely gorgeous. And then you can stand it up with your stopper. Okay, and you've got that beautiful little pearl in there as well. And look how beautiful that is. So that's really gorgeous. Now I'm going to come on live while I'm away, but it won't be to make cards. It will be just to say hello, show you a little bit of scenery, maybe some family members. I am going to take one kid up, and if I can talk my sister into doing it with me up there, we might even come on and do it together. So that'll be really lovely too. So I'll just have to see how we go with that. Who said I hope I'm getting that? I missed that. Sorry, someone said, I hope I'm getting that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just absolutely beautiful. So enjoy your next week. Don't forget, if you want something to look at. Oh, Kaz, it was you, was it, darling? Oh, I could give this to you as a thank you card. You do so much for me. I love and appreciate everything you do for me. And if you love it, it's yours. Kaz, yeah, Tanya. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Tanya. So, yeah, I'm going to be away for just that from Thursday to Thursday, but I will pop on and I will say hello. I just don't know what days. Friday will be completely, I don't think, we'll be in because we've got the funeral. We've got quite a lot Friday to do. So, and heading off, travelling tomorrow. So I'm going to have a big trip up. And I will do safe travels, and you too. You're going away as well. It's good timing. We're both going away at the same time, so good timing. Couldn't have planned it better if we tried. And you enjoy Malakuta. I hope your weather's going to be nicer than mine. From what I hear, it's not going to be very fine up in Queensland. Hi, Christine. Are you a newbie? If you're a newbie, tell me you're a newbie. Hi, Tanya. Do you know Tanya, do you? I'm going to enjoy being with my family because I haven't seen him for ages. It's a pity some of you weren't from Hervey Bay. If you were in Hervey Bay, we could catch up. That would be lovely. You do know Tanya. Oh, that's lovely. It's good to see you all interacting on here. I love it, especially when I bring it up. And yes, a newbie. Oh, good. And yes to Tanya. No, Tanya, you're a newbie. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, so you know Tan's a demonstrator, and if you know Tan, she'd be more than happy to put in orders for you if you want some, Christine. Go and see her. I know she would help you out tremendously. I have the most beautiful, Tan's one of my team members, and have the most beautiful team members, and yeah, if you know Tan, by all means, go and shop with her. You're welcome. Yeah, so I am going to miss you. I'm going to miss coming on every day, but it's only a week, and it probably do me good. But what I was going to say, you can go back and watch all replays. So if you looking for something to do, make sure you go up and you can check the replays. Or you can go over on my YouTube and have a look at my YouTube and leave a comment over there. Now, if you do go over to my YouTube this week and leave a comment over there that I've been over here and watched whatever you've been watching, come back and tell me in this post here on Facebook, this one that's got the easel card, put in underneath, I've been over to YouTube and I've watched whatever you watch, and you'll go into a ticket for a special draw. Now, the winner from the other day was, I can't remember. I didn't write it down, and I'm going to have to go back and check that out. No, I can't remember the name, sorry. And I haven't got my book here, so I'll have to check on that, who the winner was for the other day. I didn't get to do a wheel, but I did a draw. I pulled it out, and I can't see where I put the bit of paper, the person's name now. Oh my God, where is it? No, can't find it. I will find it and I will put it up. Don't worry, it's been a busy day. God bless you all. Thank you for joining me. Love you lots, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.